to or forms
Like,
their
comment,
psyche,
subscribe. This
their
is just
ethos,
saying. This is
and
part
their
2.
character. But when you're talking about America specifically, but if you're talking about America and the West generally, they have a very serious, what in psychology would be a split personality disorder, in that their ethos is completely different from their character and their psyche. Their character and their psyche is the product of their history, but their ethos is not the product of their history directly. In other words, what I mean is their psyche and their character is genuinely the product of the atrocities that they've committed. It's genuinely the product of the criminal viciousness and brutality that they have inflicted on others, including each other. This actually exists in their psyche. This is a reality. The actual reality of their history does exist in their psyche and it exists in their character, but the ethos that they have built has been built precisely for the purpose of denying that history. The ethos that they've built has been built precisely to cover up their deeds, to cover up and to hide their actions, and to deny their actions. So this has created a very fractured national psyche, a very fractured national identity, say, because the totality of your identity is like your character, your psyche, your ethos, and so forth, all of which is supposed to be congruent with your history. With other nations, their history is made of their deeds, it's made of their actions, what they learned from it, how they developed from that, how they were affected by that, and what kind of people they became as a result of all of that. That's for other nations. For the West, and especially for America, everything that made them who they are is denied. Therefore, also who they are, they deny. And one of the major factors of all of this, of course, is race. Specifically, well, not even race, but racism, white supremacy, and the dehumanization of so-called black people, the dehumanization of Africans,
Facts.
and their treatment of them. This is all denied. And the worst thing you can do, if you're talking about it on an individual level, if you anthropomorphize the nation, as I'm doing, the worst thing you can do to someone who has a split personality is to confront them about their condition. Because they've built their whole way of coping in the world, their whole way of functioning in the world is based on these two elements of their identity never meeting, never being reconciled, always being compartmentalized. What needs to happen is for it to be confronted, it needs to be reconciled, it needs to be dealt with. They're never willing to do that. So you look at this reality of who they are, what they've done, and how they have built their the psyche that they have, and then the ethos that they desperately need to maintain. Put all of that as the context for Black History Month, which is your obligation in Black History Month, because this is an obligation that is being put on Black people in America. This isn't an opportunity, this isn't a celebration, this is an obligation being put on Black people, that you will agree to contain the totality of your history in 28 days in February, and what we will talk about during those 28 days in February is not going to make us too uncomfortable.
Facts. Like, comment, subscribe for educational purposes only. This is just saying. I'm your host, Kyra Pierce. America not acknowledging Black history the way they should, not telling the truth about history, lying to Black people, dying, playing Black people, holding resources and stuff from Black people and children.
That has built the whole.
He speaks straight facts.
This dominating and oppressive psyche that the ethos that they built is designed to deny and to pretend is not the case. the ethos that they built, of course, is not as oppressors but as liberators, not as enslavers but as saviors,
Yep.
as redeemers, not
Reverse
as
psychology.
punishers.
Programming.
The ethos that they built is the complete
Like that
opposite of
sign
what
you
their
seen in
history
Atlanta,
shows
going
they
in
are
Atlanta with the two
and
men
what they've
kissing,
been.
talking about the
And
STDs.
obviously,
That's
you can never
programming.
change. You
Those
can
are
never
weapon
become
they
even
using against
the
you.
aspirational ethos, because that's all you can call it. The American ethos is an aspirational ethos at best. That's giving them benefit of the doubt that they aspire to be liberators, they aspire to
Right.
be
Facts.
redeemers, they
Facts.
aspire to be saviors.
Facts.
They aspire to be good and righteous and freedom
The
loving
government, all of
and
that's a
fighters for
trick.
justice and so forth,
It's a
defenders
setup.
of rights and all of that. We can, benefit of the doubt, say that they
It's set
aspire
up to
to be
keep you
that.
down.
But
You can't
when
move
you
your
are
man in
applying
your
it to
home if
yourself
you have
as if you are
TBA and
that,
Section 8 or low
and as if there's
subsidized
any
home.
evidence whatsoever that you
Have
are
to put the
that,
man on
then you'll
child
never
support
be.
if you get health care.
So even if it is an aspiration, if you're claiming that you have already achieved it, well then you never will achieve it. But they put Black History Month, a parentheses in the year when the totality of the African American experience has to be contained within this 28 days, and it has to be palatable. And the whole purpose of it is actually to celebrate us for giving you Black History Month. You know, and the same goes for all of these, in my opinion anyway, my unqualified opinion, the federal holidays, like they just gave it to Juneteenth, I think last year or the year before. Federal holiday, right? MLK Day, Martin Luther King Day, and so on. To me, this is absolutely, from again, my opinion, this is absolutely grotesque. The federal government granting these holidays or establishing these holidays, to me, is like the killer coming to the funeral of the one whom he killed and giving flowers to the widow. That's what these holidays represent to me, in my opinion. And I'm always reminded when Black History Month comes along, or when there's Juneteenth, or when it's Martin Luther King Day, or what have you, I'm always reminded of that scene in 12 Years a Slave, where the slave master, the Michael Fassbender character,